to you. Welcome. Welcome, Exotic Zen Wisdom. It's Friday. I have some lovely messages for us. I was going to try to do a late night vibe, but it didn't happen. Did not happen. The Pisces full new moon, excuse me, the Pisces new moon energy is very exhausting. It's about, releasing in all aspects, 12 planetary aspects, because Pisces does represent everything. The smorgasbord of, it's the potluck, that's good. It's it's everything. It's all 12 planets at once. So I hope everyone's doing well, staying uplifting, being good to you. Thank you so much for helping me rise as subscribers. We are we're a little bit over 50 subscribers to get to the free readings that I'm going to be doing. For every 100 that I reach, I'm going to be pulling some free cards for my beautiful collective. This message is amazing, and just think of how today is, thank God it's Friday energy. This is kind of this energy of a new frequency that we have to try to maintain. And I'm thinking about all the people who absolutely don't like our current United States president. I'm thinking of how people can easily go toward and gravitate towards the energy of hate. Because as I was laying down the cards, I had to transfer them from the place that I had them here next to me to the main spotlight. And he somehow, also because of the main events, going on, I'm like, okay, he's probably getting a lot of HATE. But, it brings me to it just gave me like a vision of the justice system of like when you want to bring somebody to their consequences. And so it's not about hating, it's about getting to the place where justice is at. So I don't know how that's going to be done, but that's what it reminded me of. But this message, let's get back to the message. We're asking Archangel Michael to please protect us, please guide me with the most clarity. Now this message evolved. Yesterday I spent the day organizing my space. The week before I was cleaning, and now it's time to organize, because the collective, the chosen ones, the twin flames, we need to be on our game. Okay, we need to be on our game, and we don't need to be getting into other people's, because it's like there's an energy that wants to get you kind of ruffle your feathers, okay? And you don't need to get your feathers ruffled. You just need to stay on your lane and know yourself and keep going, okay? Even though chaos is happening in the outside world. So let me show you the things that came up, because I was like, I really want to hear from the angels. So this is the angel deck. And then as I was cleaning my own deck, these cards popped out together, and then this one fell. So let's get into it. I always take synchronicities, so there's no accidents here. First card up is diversity. Diversity says, the world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness, you are special and much loved. So that's a lot of Aquarian energy, because they don't like to, they're the 11th house, and they like to do things for the group and the society, but they are their own individual sovereign personality. And oh boy, do they let us know. These are the people that they don't have to be, but they would be the ones with the green hair, the purple hair. Even yesterday or the other day, I saw somebody who dyed their hair all white, and it was long curly hair, and I thought I saw it from far away from my car, and then I got it. I was actually close to next to them, and I said, oh, she dyed it that way. So it was really interesting. So that they stand out. So this is like that energy. Then we have positive thinking. So don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Of course, you have to know your audience. Positive thinking. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude along with positive beliefs and thoughts are crucial, excuse me, are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. Ooh, don't worry, be happy. This is don't worry, think love. Okay, this is don't worry, think love, because a lot of my collective, as I was telling you the Pat Benatar story yesterday, they must have gone through a lot, going to tour together, and um, he had to tolerate all the people that just adore her, and then she had to tolerate women who, they don't have any boundaries. They just, they become uh, very forward and aggressive in their way of approach for sex, whatever. And I'm sure back in the day that was the case, but they held on together, right? So you got to see that when at the end I tell you the story. The middle path, okay? Stay in your lane, the middle path. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. Stop getting involved in other people's business, okay? It's really, really hard to do, especially like things like if you have landlords that are either absent or biased, because many of us spend our time in our own homes. So it's not your business. Um, Especially right now, maybe it will be your business, but with retrograde energy, you don't want to go down this path. We're just easing out of this retrograde energy. Lucky us. We got Archangel Uriel again, okay, because Uriel has been coming out on the channel. It says a great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and in our world. This is the union of heaven and earth, spirit and mother, heart and mind, unite in harmonious balance. So I when I saw this card, I was like, wow, like this is the theme of the energy that keeps coming through the channel. So we have transformation. There's a lot of transformation going on. We're going to go back online where Mercury's going to be going direct, and we have a lot of fiery energy. All right, we have a lot. So transformation through the great love that holds you in its embrace. You are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. Oh, it's interesting that one came out because you'll see why I say that. Adventure. You must think of this as an adventure, and a lot of people don't like change. Okay, they're fixed. They don't want to change. They like things the way it is. They don't want the system to change. Um, they are very stubborn. They want to believe what they want to believe, and you let them. You're not there to be somebody's, if somebody's like teacher of change. When the student is ready, the teacher will show up. Instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all colors in between. This energy. This is why I did this reading too. So it was Archangel Uriel, and they came in together. I was putting my stuff together, and they came in together. First, I saw this one. I said, "Oh, what?" Because I thought this was the Lakshmi card because she's hot pink like that. But love is here. You must believe that love is here, because all the opposition is to lower the vibration of one thing: the human heart to love. Okay, the human heart is the most powerful thing. It radiates. It's electromagnetic. Okay, so love is what we do, not what we say. Love is not what we fail to do and what we fail to say. So this energy is here, okay? But this one fell on the floor. It says patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Now, with that being said, I love this energy. I'm going to put it aside because what the obstacles are and what they're trying to block, okay, for this love to be created and to happen is these that came in reversed, which I will take them. So the first one that came in reverse is wisdom. They don't like how wise you are. So this could be to my empaths, I heard my gypsy energies. This is the high priestess in you. So everything has a place and a purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all beings. Okay, that's what truly wisdom is. We're not judging on race, color, or politics, because we're all human when it comes down to it. So this came in reverse. This is what they're trying to block. Okay, them, whoever you put them, who is in your life, and how you see them. Okay, I'm not here to explain who them are. I'm here to explain what our energy is. Sacred knowledge. So we have close your eyes and focus on your breath. Feel the peace within. Beyond your thoughts lies eternal truth, the I am present of eternal love. A lot of this happens because people don't have self-love. They were not allowed to love themselves. People were siphoning from their own self-love, and then they were left depleted, resentful, hurtful. This is a lot of the abandonment wound. You should have been cared for. Your caregiver should have been there for you. They were void. They were absent. They let you fend at your own age, at a very young age. Whatever wound that is, you have to keep loving yourself, because you're here for a divine purpose. And if you are going through divorce, if you're going through the judicial system, you know, these things can beat you down, but you're supposed to keep your vibration high. Okay, this is yellow, illumination and protection. So they want to take your sacred knowledge, your wisdom, and they don't want you to feel protected. So you have paranoia, you're fearful, you're reactive, your nervous system is out of whack. But if you can get this right, protection, you know you are safe. Do not fear. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. Ugh, they're stepping me up already, sorry. So that's the first messages that we have. Now, I do want to get into tarot, because I feel like tarot will... Hi, Tahira. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I hope I know I probably mangle your name. I'm so sorry. So let's see what deck. I haven't even gotten how far, because I knew these guys were going to do the construction thing. And I wanted to... before the punch. But they start like... they're supposed to. So I'm not sure what deck I should use, sweethearts. What should I use here? They're all looking a little... Is this the one, Spirit? I'm seeing the fairy deck. I'm going to use the fairy deck. I think that's what's coming through. You know, with the fire energy, people can get really heated up. And usually this is like fairy as in air. You know, be light. Have your heart light as a feather. So Ma'at energy. So you have to really think, okay? Like you think before you react. And we want definitely our politicians to think before they react, okay? Because they can get so reactive from the things that, from the pressure is what I'm getting. Okay, let's get into this energy, Spirit. What do you have to say for us and the collective? What do we have to maybe look into for the weekend? And how is this going to play out? All right, let's get into it. What do you want to say, Spirit? All right, so we're going to do 9 cards. A 9-card spread. And see what we get from this energy, Spirit. The here and now, into the future, please, and thank you. Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands. Stealing. No, Seven of Wands is waiting. Or it's like fighting for what you want. It kind of I get this energy of like fighting for what you want. This looks like a farmer. Oh, it looks like there's a lot of communication in the future. And you have to stay grounded. So there might be a lot of misinformation. There might be a lot of news. I heard that AI is the most, let me close the window because I told you the construction is non-stop around here. All right. So I'm going to leave one window open so you might hear it in the back. But so I feel like this is about like you really having a lot of discernment about what you're going to listen to, like where your news source is coming from, where you're making your crucial decisions from. You have to stay grounded. This is the Emperor. We might be talking about the Emperor. Okay, this Emperor might have children. This is somebody in power making decisions. Okay, running the empire. The world, I mean the wheel. I keep saying the world every time I see the wheel. Okay, sorry about that. So things are moving along. So we're getting out of this Mercury retrograde energy. Things are moving along, and you're gonna have to decipher where you stand on the side of truth or on the side of just everything that you see and hear, being reactive to that stuff. They don't want you to be reactive. Something about this Emperor energy. It could be our leaders here with the world globe right there. So it could be that they need to really decipher what's true, what's false, and then make their decisions. And this goes from the macro to the micro. Yeah, that's the truth. Ace of Swords. There's a lot of ugly truth here. There's a lot of truth that I guess needs to be thought out. Ooh, now this is stealing. There's an Emperor stealing. There's an Emperor who doesn't want to come in with the truth. He's hiding the truth. Wow, you can take this how it resonates, but ooh, Six of Swords. It's like this Emperor now wants to make a run for it. It's like, I got mine. So there's somebody here in power who's lying, okay? The wheel is turning. The truth is here today. Today's Friday the 19th and March 19th. And somebody's trying to run away from some kind of truth. Somebody's hiding out. Somebody's hiding out because they got what they wanted, and then they have, but the truth is coming out. Wow, what the heck? Okay, so now this is the World card. This is going to be a world event. Some leader is going to be called out for lying, and he's hermiting. Oh my God. He might have left in September? October? No. I don't know why I said that. We're in March. This lie has been going on. Maybe this Emperor has been lying since September. Okay, so now this Emperor needs to figure out where. Okay, so this could be like macro, micro. This could be an Emperor who left the home, where he's got kids and stuff, and he's been hiding out, trying to get himself together since September. But now it's time for them to come out. It's time for them to choose. All right, Spirit. Let's see what we get here. I cleaned the table, but I didn't use my little rag. I used my hand, so probably there's imprints on there. Oh, okay, it almost feels like they don't feel the same way about a situation, and that situation is dead in their heart, and they don't want to go back to it. Thank you for being here. Oh, I didn't see all the other ones. Love conquers all. Oh, Lionel Richie. Oh my God. Thank you so much. This could do with your father. The Emperor represents the father. Lies about your father, whether he's alive or passed on. That's interesting energy, Spirit. Somebody's father might pass on. There's a lot of masculines who are sick. There might be energy where some beloved fathers are going to leave the planet. But they were living a false life or something. Knight of Pentacles. The Empress. Wow. So it could be that there's an emperor who's been taking forever to come towards his empress, which is way, way what the theme is. This has been going on since 2020, 2022, 2021, 2020. Yeah, there is some history here. Ten of Pentacles. It's about being single. It's about all the waiting, and it's about maybe this masculine took of the Empress's inheritance, because the Ten of Pentacles is here right behind the Empress energy. So somebody, there's a separation between an emperor and an empress, it looks like. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So they were meant to do something together, a legacy. They were meant to do something together. But now the Empress looks single. Is it the Empress that stole something? What is going on? That's a weird energy. I'm not going to take it. The star's on the bottom. Okay, so it could be this Emperor has been working to steal from my beautiful Empresses. So we have 7, 7. 7 of Wands and 7 of Swords. So there's an Emperor here. Okay, so this is a theme that has been going on. There's an Emperor that stole from an Empress. It could be her fate, her destiny. Could have been fate swapping, destiny swapping, they call it. And he's supposed to come back and return it, and he has it. He's running. He's trying to make excuses. He's like running. It almost feels like he's running from spiritual law. And things are closing up on him. The burning oak. So I heard it's getting hot in here. It's hot in the kitchen. Like they cannot keep this up. Like no matter where you run, you're there. You have to meet yourself kind of energy. There could be an Emperor that really hurt an Empress. Somebody loving, kind, nurturing. And that's what the theme is here. That this Emperor, like, I want it all. But he's running from his. So it's like spirit. This could be energy that spirit is saying, yo, Emperor, you know, like tapping him everywhere he goes. He thinks he's alone. He's looking on his back. And, you know, there's always a tap on his shoulder and there's nobody there. And he's like paranoid. And this could be spiritual. Like your ancestors are haunting someone, maybe. Yeah, somebody knows they did something wrong and they're supposed to rectify it, but instead they've been running away. No, like they're not owning up to their stuff, and that all it takes is for them to just own up. Okay, this one came out. The Four of Cups. Somebody needs to reflect. They need to, I don't know why the Four of Cups is here. Put it here though. Somebody has been fighting, fighting on healing, fighting on maybe accountability, like their own part in what they did. Yeah, but they seem to blame you. They seem to want you punished They seem to want you axed out of a community. They don't want you to have attention. They want you alone. Yeah, this is somebody very fiery. No, this is a King of Pentacles. Somebody greedy, but he's upright. So this is a control freak. It's a control freak. Hi. Evil intuitive greetings, angel guides, and Liza, welcome. I thank you for being here. 6 of Wands. It's no, so there's this a story about how this is a story about a girl named Marsha. No, I'm hearing the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch, and that's interesting. So somebody wants a blended family. But, okay, so anyway, this is the 6 of Wands. No matter what they do to stop you, you're still succeeding. Your angel guides are still helping you. They're still telling you how to move. You're still feeling loved. You're still getting attention from the physical or from God or from others. You're still succeeding. People are giving you praise. People like your energy. So that's nuts. I mean, it's not nuts. It's perfectly great. But it's like this person is working really hard to have you feel axed out and steal from you. To have you feel like unwanted. But the wheel is turning in your favor and you're getting noticed. Now, this could also be that you took the right decisions, that you started acting, you know, from a higher perspective, a higher moral conduct, okay? You thought of everybody. This could be that you are the emperor, you're running the ship of your family lineage, and that you started making the right decisions, but at every turn, you saw that something was like, people are trying to like take from you, like, there's thieves around. Oh, yes. Okay, so that was Matthew 24 through 42 yesterday that I was hearing. This is about the thieves who come in. So there's people who, this happens to me a lot. And this is very unconscious and wounded people who do this to you, all right? You might have a way of doing things, and then all of a sudden you'll see or find a coworker or a so-called friend start saying what you say, start emulating what you do, and taking it as theirs. That's when you know somebody's really, really effed up. Like, even a man could be like, you know, taking like your phrases that you've created to be descriptive about things. You know, these are people who are not fully evolved, and they want to emulate you and take like a little essence of you and put it on like perfume, so like they cover their stank, their inability to cultivate. Damn. But you can't let that stuff bother you, because it helps you evolve even more. Like, it used to get under my nerves, but I noticed that it kind of makes you eternal and timeless. So you're in the thread of infinity, especially when people do it on the internet. So I thought to myself, oh, I'm like, there's my essence is spread through the internet because people are repeating the things that I say, that, you know, and I just think of it like in a different galactical, celestial way. You know, I was thinking micro, and then I was like, no, the world is not micro. So I just learned to be more comfortable with it. You know, it's like the movie stars. You know, people want to look at them, and they want to be around them, and they, you know, this is my favorite actress, this is my favorite actor. They put them on the wall, you know, and they want everything about them. They can't get enough information. It's kind of like that, but not as a grand scale. So here we have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you become like fine wine. You become better in time. You don't putrefy. I mean, I guess that's what wine is, but it's a good way, in a good way. Temperance, divine angel. Yeah, look at that. We're talking about wine, and then there's a big cup with the temperance here. So divine timing is at hand. So it's almost like when people take things, this is about stealing. This is about stealing. This also could be about, like, there's a boss man that knows that something was stolen, and somebody's like, I hope they didn't notice. They're hermiting. They're like, I hope they didn't see that. I hope that they don't know that I took something I shouldn't have. Whoa, some stuff just fell out. Hold on one second. All these cards fell, but I'm not going to take them, but I am going to. Oh, the Empress. Okay. Maybe I'll take. Let's just see what we got. Oh, the Lovers. Okay, so this is about Nine of Spring. Something might go on in spring. I think we just had the equinox, right? Spring equinox. Nine of Spring. This is an interesting one. So somebody's watching you. Wow. Somebody's watching the Empress. Okay. Eight of Cups. They walked away from you. But now they're spying on you and watching you. And they see how loving and caring and how nice it is in your place, in your area, in your bedroom. I don't know. In your space, in your heart. I don't know. They have like a new emotional feeling here for you. They're like, wow, this person has evolved. This person has come out of the mud. That's the Lotus. Oh my God. Okay, so Four of Wands. I want to be under her roof. I want to be under the covers with her. I'm going to take it as it resonates. I don't know. I may say he or she because of the images, but it's not really, you know, it could be the other way around. Two of Wands. How do I make it back to that energy? How do I get back to the place I once feel I belonged? And the Queen of Cups, in her loving arms, in her loving place, in her loving heart. How do I get back into her heart is what I heard. Ooh, okay. We're not going to take that, but that was relevant. See, Spirit is saying, listen, you took something that wasn't yours. Somebody, you might have made somebody feel really loved, really cared for. You're very nurturing by nature, but then they took off and they went and shared their energy with somebody else, created a family, and all of it is tainted. All of it is spoiled. All of it could not evolve into something beautiful because it wasn't there for them to give to somebody else. It was just between you and that person to be nurtured, to grow and cultivated. But that didn't happen. And now you became the star because you didn't retaliate. You didn't like waste your energy in thinking about this person so much. So what they stole, you made wine out of rotten grapes, like kind of energy. Like you didn't have much to work with, but you created something bigger than they ever imagined. Yeah, this is a King of Swords again, Mr. Iceman. Okay, so this person, there's a King of Swords that maybe this King of Swords, I almost feel like he's looking at you like, how can I monetize that? How can I put that energy in a genie bottle and rub it whenever I want something? Like they want to use it for evil, use it for their ego. Ego, evil. Ooh, what is that? Okay. Herald of Spring. So this is somebody who just jumps at things. They're like, yeah, I can do it. Pick me, pick me. Pick me, coach. And they're not quite ready. They're just enthusiastic. They just step on the gas pedal way too soon. Okay? I also heard that these young kids are stealing cars from their parents, especially single moms, and they're getting in a lot of trouble. They're causing accidents. They don't even know what they're doing. This is like somebody behind the wheel who doesn't even have a license yet. They're not even supposed to be out on the road. Night of winter. Okay, so you're going to be getting your communication. Maybe your communication skills are getting better or amped up, or you're going to be getting communication. Two of Wands. Okay, this could be from an ex and from somebody new. You could both at the same time, maybe. And the Four of Wands. And you're going to have to choose who you want to really develop something with. So you are getting like more than one choice. And it's soon going to be apparent. Now, this could be in work. This could be in love. This could be a relative. These could be relatives coming back. Yeah, you're the Empress. Okay? You are definitely being seen as the Empress, as somebody who can get it out, who knows how to do things, yet you're loving and caring and kind. You're the boss girl, boss woman, excuse me. Five of Wands. Yeah, but you got a group of men here. You got a group of freaking silly men who are like, we're so enlightened. We know what to do. And then they argue with each other. Like, no, we're going to do it this way. No, there's like 5 men on my Empress's tail, it looks like. They're watching you. Or it could be 5 people, but it comes in as elves here. You could have 5 people on the internet who have their own channels, or they're trying to do spiritual stuff, right? They're like, I'm spiritual. I know. The eclipse is coming. Da-da-da-da. Like they might emulate you. You might influence 5, one might be a gay one might be a married one might be a single one might be, goes both ways, and there's one that is follow the leader. They see that you're getting results from your, yeah, what the hell is, yes! Look, and so somebody, there's like an energy of a masculine who's really a copycat, but then he wants you now. What the hell is this? 7 of Cups. So it's like the tables have turned, where you're going to have plenty of choices here. But it looks like you're so concerned with your family. It looks like you are really like the head of the family here. You might be the matriarch. You might have to care for your mother. You might have to care for your own children. Like everything's on top of you. You have to wear a lot of hats, collective, okay? Now, Spirit is applauding that because you're wearing a lot of hats. And you change it up. Maybe you wear a lot of wigs. Maybe you wear different color wigs every time you come online. But you're bringing in, you're bringing in the money. We're in the money. That's an old song. Let me get some songs to help me move this thing along. Because I feel like this is a very weird reading, but I hope it makes sense, y'all. Hey, Riri. Welcome. Hi, Mark. Oh, my God. Welcome. We're doing questions until I get 600. I can do, at every 100 that I get, I'm going to come on and answer free questions. So subscribe so you can be a part of that tribe. Until then, we're doing PayPal and Super Chat. PayPal is $9.99 and Super Chat is $8.88. I'm sorry, the other way around. PayPal is $8.88. I'm sorry, it's still morning, and Mercury retrograde definitely brings out my dyslexia. Yes, here it came out again. This is about the twin flames. Pat Benatar, we're running with the shadows of the night, so baby, take my hand, it'll be all right. Oh my God! This is somebody who was like, they didn't feel enough. They might have that Saturn and Aquarius energy. They might be younger than you. They feel better with a lot of people, okay? They might have a father wound, so they feel like they have to have a whole bunch, a posse. They have to have a whole bunch of people rooting them on them. Like, I don't know. They have to have more than one energy, okay? And this has been from time, this is for the beginning of time, okay? Man has not been able to stand on his own. He always needs like somebody, like somebodies, okay? Unless you raise them correctly, because society will get to them and, you know, change them. All right, let's see what this is. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Oh, this is Tom Petty. Somebody's name might be Tom. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell. No, I stand my ground. I won't be turned around. I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Let me just post the correct information if you guys want a reading. I do those, but right now, when I'm doing my collective, I do them with Super Chat or PayPal. I'm going to try to get it together by the time that we do the free readings, so you can have more venues, because I know not everybody does those. Now, if you want, you could write down what type of payment you like, prefer, your preference for payment. And then Super Chat is $9.99 for questions. And I get into them, okay? I really do. All right, so let's get another one. So this is somebody who wants to come up towards you. They watch you. They watch you do you. Oh. Oh, well. When it all falls down, she's so conscious. Single black female. There might be, this is Kanye West. There might be somebody. Okay, he's really speaking some heavy stuff here. So there might be somebody that still smokes a lot of weed. Try not to do those vapes, because you might get popcorn lungs. They don't tell you all the chemicals, and you know, it's just very unnatural. Like, I'm from Hawaii. It makes no sense to do those vapes. And I know it's stinky, the stuff, but you're better off with like a BONG, having the water filter it, and then like the natural flower. But even then, you know, you have to, I don't know, maybe grow it yourself. I'm just all about natural things. So, if you don't know, I study Chinese medicine, so I'm really walk my talk. I do not like to put chemicals in my body. Dancing with another, I should have fought for you. I should have bought you flowers. Oh, I said I should have fought for you. Okay, so this person feels they should have fought for you. So this is somebody from your past. They're watching you get away. Run, Forrest, run. Dancing with another, I should have bought you flowers. Bobby something is the guy who sings that. That's a beautiful song. That's a beautiful song. What else do we have? So yeah, this is definitely coming up as somebody that wanted to be with you, but they effed up. They went with somebody else. They were sold the Kool-Aid. They drank the Kool-Aid. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to slow. By Blue Oyster Cult. Is that 1976 or 1996? I can't read. It looks like 76. 1976? No, this can't be 19. When is this? Whatever. And this is a good song. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence. Okay. So they're pressured with time, because you're probably healing. You're probably moving forward. You're probably going to get something really big that they stole. That spirit is going to give even more because of your loss. They're going to give you even more. You might have lost your car. You might have been displaced. Relocate your home. You might have to have lived in your car for a while. I mean, you might have lost, your job, your home, your car, your job. And it was because of this situation with somebody. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises. I hate people that feel entitled. All the stars are closer. This is Kendrick Lamar. Something might have happened when this year, when Saw, Kendrick Lamar and Saw, when this song came out, something might have happened. And I don't have the year. God, it's so painful, something that is so close but still out of reach. Tom Petty. Okay, somebody's name is Tom or somebody is very petty. All right, because that came out twice. Okay. Wow, my nose is plugging up. Sorry, guys. It's so weird. It only happens here. It's because I'm only talking here so much. Okay, so let's see here, Spirit. Give me more, please. What do we need to know? Clear and concise messages for my collective. Something came out. Let's do one more. Ooh, wee. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Shaka Khan. Oh my God, I love her. I love this song so much. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love. So all this person needs to do is really confess that they love you, but they can't even get the words out. They can't even get it together. Where is it at? Okay, we got two turns. This person doesn't want to tell you that they go both ways. Okay, 1996. This person doesn't want to. They don't want to confess that they want. So this person wants to hee caca, and they want to come back into your life, take some of your essence, and go back and give it to their bros. You know, their butt buddies. So I don't know. This keeps coming out. There's so much in this deck here. All right. And these two keep coming out. Here's one. Don't show up. Don't start caring about me now. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't want to see me dancing with somebody, don't fucking show up. Excuse me. I'm getting two energies here. I'm getting like somebody might go spy on someone or might go knock on somebody's door and they're going to see them with somebody else. And I feel like that somebody's like divine feminine hanging on, but Spirit's going to show you who they really are. Or they want you to believe what you've seen already or what you feel already. Because it's going to be treacherous going back to this type of energy. Okay, I'm getting that. And the other one I'm getting is that they're going to have to see you either online or hear about it through the grapevine. That you're happily moving on with somebody else. Somebody who's likes the gender that you are. Okay? They're not trying to hide something. Yeah. They don't want me to get these. Okay, so somebody knows that you're going to not respect them because they went both ways, but yet they want to come back and I just want to be your everything. This is funny. This one I found and I didn't understand it. So this is Flowing Rivers. That was their first album. And later they did an album called Shadow Dancing. Okay, so Flowing Rivers is that you have like a deity or you have a grandmother energy, somebody who passed over, who kind of clues you in, okay? It's a feminine energy, all right? And this was a loving energy. They want you to have love returned to you. And they might, on the other side, see what this other person does behind closed doors, and they're locking him or her out of your energy. This is 1977, so this is Year of the Snake. So this has been going on since last year, maybe. But this person wants to come in and because you're very loving, and when you gave them all your attention, like things really, they were very happy in their life. They were so happy they didn't want to share it with you. You made them happy, but they wanted to pull the wool over your eyes and go and F around and then come back. And they thought they could come back, but this spirit guide shut them out. This spirit guide made you see. Yeah, here's the next one. You probably felt like it would never, you probably felt like it never would end. I'm here for one night. Yeah, this is a player. I'm here for one night. How far can you go? Carolina butt cakes. What did I just say? Oh my God, this person has butt buddies. They don't want you to catch something, honeys. You gotta be real careful. You can't be playing the field like one-nighters and stuff, and you don't know these people like that. Get yourself a good VIBRATOR if you feel like you need something, but Spirit's really, like, listen, you don't get no clearer than this. Damn. Somebody, and then the Seven of Swords, somebody lied, and they want to come back and make you feel like, ew, I don't like this. Very deceptive energy. Very, very deceptive. I'm sorry. This is the new world we live in now. Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? These boys maybe were touched by their grandfathers, by their dad's friend, by a babysitter. I don't know. I don't want to traumatize anyone by going into it. But they got to heal because they're living out these traumas. You know, you might have gone out with somebody that was in the foster system. Okay. Let's do another. Hi, Jimmy. Oh, really? Yeah, the Eastern Stars. Isn't that like the Eastern Stars? I don't know if that's the same thing, but I don't know. What else do we need to know? Okay, we're gonna go into astrology, and then we'll clarify with some tarot cards. That's what I'm being guided to do. So, Spirit. No, I need them upright. I need them upright, Spirit. Please give us the best concise messages for my beautiful collective. There's a lot of DL men, ladies. There's a lot of DL men. They tend to like older women because they're like easier to fool, I guess, or they tend to like younger women. But then the ones that are their own age, they will not really approach them because those girls are like really, they're not that kind to their ego. So they like the young ones where they can impress them, or they like the old ones where they can fool them. Just channeling messages, but I kind of have a little bit of experience with that too. All right, so what do we have? We have the moon, we have the soul, okay? This is secrets. This is the Cancer energy, a mother wound. Okay, so maybe their mama encouraged it. Because I said this yesterday, like a lot of mothers, a lot of GAY men adore their mothers. But then I think about it, these mothers could be like mothers who weren't really around. So, or they know that the whole concept, if I have a GAY son, he's going to love me forever. He's going to do, you know, he's going to do what I want him to do. He's going to take my advice. Let me just tell you, ladies, when you bring up a young man, you shouldn't bring him up just to like do what you want him to do. They need to have their own sovereignty. They need to have the freedom to make their own choices, and you not get into their relationships. But a lot of women can't, especially the Latin community can't do that, okay? And we have another, like this, the ethnic communities do not want their sons to go just grow up. Pluto, ooh, sex, drugs, rock and roll, and secrets, and debt. Yeah, either number 11 might be really important. Somebody on the 11th, this could be Scorpio. Yeah, the 11th is Scorpio, or the 11th house of Aquarius. So this is sleeping, friends with benefits. This is somebody who only likes friends who have something to give to them. So this is somebody who does a lot of transactional relationships. The 12th house, escapism, okay? They don't want to deal with their reality. Number 9 could be 30, they could be 36. This is about, because the 12th house is the Pisces house. So this is somebody who might drink a lot. or drug a lot to escape, to not deal, to not cope. Void of course, moon missing. I have no idea what this is. We're going to have to read about it. 52. Somebody might be in their 50s. I have no idea what this is, so I need to find out right now. We're going to get down to the bottom of this, damn it. Let's find out. Let's find out. 52. Okay, so this is like the last card. This is like the last tail. Okay, so the moon is a friend for the lonesome to talk to. Carl Sandburg is the quote. All is not as it seems. This void, of course, moon can be daunting. It may not be a good or appropriate time to answer your question. As it is now, the results may not be what you want. What is a void of course moon? The moon travels through the entire zodiac in 27 and a half days. There is a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering the next. It's as if the moon has gone to sleep. Her wisdom is being withheld until she moves into a new sign and the moon begins a new chapter or story. The usual axiom of starting things on a void of course moon is nothing will come of the matter. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time it will end up far worse than you planned. You have been caught blissfully unaware. You've missed something or you weren't paying close enough attention, but you won't be able to set the situation right at the current time. This card says to sit and stay as you are. Take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. It is time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. Allow this matter to resolve on its own without your help, work, or interference. Don't bail anyone out or make loans currently because it is unlikely. Wow, I'm glad I tell you guys this. You will be repaid. Medical results will probably not be accurate. If your question is about a job or career move, then it's not the right one. If you apply for a job and get hired, it will not be long lasting. It's possible you will get hired and then a more suitable job will come along and you will have to leave the first one. This happens a lot in my readings lately. I've been doing that, like career readings, and I did this for one of my clients, and I mean, I was like, and I would describe the workplace and everything, and it's like the client needed to have that experience, needed to go through whatever they needed to go through, and it was a healing, but that job wasn't the one, it would be another one. So I don't know, this is interesting. This is probably very true. After a long and costly effort, your matter in question may fail. People around you may start behaving like screw-ups. It could be that great passions are playing against you. Discipline is needed. It is not a time to act impulsively. Whatever you do as your routine will stay as it is. However, matters that are unplanned or spontaneous will tend to work out for you. Huh. A void of course moon can be used to your benefit, so keep this in mind. When this card shows up in a spread, for instance, you can work on something you really don't want. You can interact with persons you don't really want to become a fixture in your life. Embarking on anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. In other words, when the void of course moon card presents itself in a spread, if you agree to the plans you don't really want to come about, then it will be likely they will not come about. However, meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual efforts will work out better when the void of course moon card turns up. It's a good time to dream and make plans. Just do not act on them yet. Also, do not plan a wedding if card shows up. Keep in mind the time is not yet ripe. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, good to know. Good to know. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Let's get some angel cards on top of this. Let's see if we get some angels that kind of help us out here. So Pluto, so we're going through a very transformative time. No rush here. Let us evolve. Pisces is about the being energy. I also often say that. So 12th house. Just learn to be, learn to accept. Let people do what they do. You don't want to interfere because you may get caught up into that, you know. And pray a lot. Pray for the world to have love and peace and harmony. Lehahi, number 30. Lehahi. Okay, so let's see what Lehahi has to say. Number 30. Oh my God, 3 has been the biggest number. Trinity, that Trinity. I used to have like a triangle on my page. Yeah, we've gotten surrender and succeed. We've gotten this one. Living magically is a dance between proactively paving your own path and flowing with what happens, between forging your own destiny and obeying and surrendering to the powers that be. When things don't go the way you want, there is often a higher pattern at work, a pattern that will ultimately unfold for your most truest good and the truest good of all. So her name means gracious God. Gracious God. So John also means that. The derivative of John means God is gracious. Okay, so anyway, indicate that you are fighting against something that is occurring in your life. This resistance is keeping you from moving beyond this challenge and preventing you from uncovering the blessing that is hidden within. When a problem arises, you may naturally wish that it would just disappear. You may think to yourself, this shouldn't be happening. I don't accept this. This is keeping me from more important things. But believing something that is happening shouldn't be happening is a waste of energy. After all, it is happening. So try accepting it instead. The inner shift in your relationship with the present moment will allow the Holy Spirit to help you bring about the positive change that will be the most agreeable to you. Call in Lehua and allow her to help you flow with the current rather than against it. You do not need to be passive. You can still take loving action as you feel guided. There is more here than meets the eye, and sometimes when you surrender, you win. Pisces is about surrendering energy. Pisces is definitely about surrendering energy. So let me look at my screen here. Okay. Oh, they got me on hold. Shit. They're trying to block us over here, collective. Okay, so we have the dwarf avatar. So the dwarf avatar is about resisting cheats and tricksters, being charitable in the right spirit, ability to use trickery for a good cause. Yeah, this is my Robin Hood card. This could be like a Robin Hood energy where take from the... I saw some of these shorts where... Was it somebody in Texas? They were taking something. They were going onto land. So like the horse bandits. I don't know, but they're like a Robin Hood energy. Okay, so musical ability, knowledge of Vedic literature, mastery of bhakti or devotional yoga, attachment to the singing of God's names. That's sage of the gods, Naradi Muni. So this is like you maybe learning a skill, practicing a musical instrument, but you're allowing time to flow and you're not getting concerned or bothered with anything outside of what is for you, what you want to do. All right. Now we're going to get into some tarot and see what comes out. Yeah. So there's some toxic energies here, selfish energies, wounded energies. There's somebody who wants to be right, somebody like a dictator energy, the devil, control, and yet they can't control themselves, right? Four of Swords, there's healing that needs to be done. either you or them. Somebody's been in battle. Somebody's been in a battle and they need to rest. They need to regulate their nervous system. Here we go, 7 of Swords. Somebody's trying to steal something. Somebody's been in a battle because they're a thief. They have a thief mentality. They like to take things that are not theirs, that they haven't earned. 6 of Swords, running away. This is the same card in different... Somebody's trying to get away. They're trying to run away? Let's put that there. Somebody's trying to get away. Somebody might be wounded. This is a King of Swords who's very stubborn. It's his way or the highway. He has like false belief systems that are not working for him anymore. Okay? You might have been brought up to be a whole grown-ass man believing the wrong thing. Okay? This is an emperor. This is somebody who has the power to make decisions, and they were a tyrant. They were full-headed. Look, the bull. Like the bull in a china house. This is somebody who needs to do the right thing now. Okay? They have the decision. They have a big decision. And they might believe one thing, but then they have to do the right thing for everyone, not just for themselves. They have to think, what is that? The macro, not just the micro. Microwaves, maybe? 5 of Cups. This is somebody who is in regret. That's why they need to heal. Somebody who doesn't want to show their face. Hey, Jimmy. Oh, I saw that comment already. Is there another one? Well, thank you, everyone, for being here. Knight of Cups. So this is somebody who wants to come in with with a cup of like a compliment, or they want love. They want real affection. They want to be touched, maybe. They don't know how to begin to do that. Like they've been maybe suppressing their emotions for so long. They've been repressed, suppressed, depressed. 5 of Swords. This is somebody who feels that maybe expressing their emotions is them losing. Like they're a loser. Like they're a, P-U-S-S-Y. Like they feel like actually confessing some emotion makes them look weak, makes them seem small, makes them seem not manly. Yeah, the devil. They do a lot of substances, or they have a lot of sex, or they lie a lot. They do something that is not what the spirit doesn't want around you, okay? This is like you are very protected. You're very enlightened, okay? You can see through this person and you feel bad for them, but you ain't going to change. You ain't going to lower your vibe to be around them. That's my advice. Take it or leave it. Yeah, Temperance Angel. There's more time necessary here for this to evolve into something, because this person has missed a lot of marks. They skipped along, maybe they came to become an emperor, but they did it like in a cheating, false philosophy type of way. You have your angels protecting you. You have your angels protecting you. You are very enlightened. You don't have to worry about this energy, because spirit has them in containment, not to come near you. That's the truth. Okay, they can't come in unless they come in with the truth towards you. And they are trying to negate. They're trying to figure out a way where they don't have to reveal their true selves. This is like the Wizard of Oz. They don't want to be looked at as the decrepit old man behind the fucking green curtain. They're falling apart. They want to be seen like, they got it all together. They're in control. They have the power. Ew. 2 of Swords. They got a decision to make. They got a decision to make, because if they choose the old ways, they're going to get caught. And if they choose the new ways, they're going to need help. And I made a card in there, that one of my other decks, where it's like, I don't know if I made the card. I think I just saw it in a notebook. Some people have a really hard time asking for help, because that's what I wrote. I have a really hard time asking for help. I don't want help from anybody. Like, I just want to do it myself. I don't want to have to deal with anybody else. Like, I can figure this shit out. It's that type of energy. But they need help or time to figure it out. Four of Pentacles. Or money. Money is tight. Or you're keeping all your gold to yourself. Like, you're keeping all your gold nuggets of your beautiful personality, your beautiful essence, your beautiful advice. You're keeping it all to yourself. You're not sharing it. You're not sharing your wealth. Your wealth is for you. Hi, Imanaki. Welcome. Thank you for being here. The Lovers. So, until this person comes to the conclusion that that this person is better off with you than without you, because it feels like somebody feels deserted here, and they're just like making up stuff, or they're going by other people's philosophies. They don't even have their own philosophy. They have to use other people's philosophy to feel powerful. Okay, this is like the emperor, or yeah, the emperor, like in Rome or something, or whatever, taking advice from the jester, not from God. So this is somebody who wants to feel understood, who wants to, but you're not, but they couldn't understand you. This is somebody that wants something from you that they already took, and they're not getting any more. They're not coming back to rob you a second time. That's what that feels like. And you have to hold out for real love. Somebody who's really more giving, who's able to put you on the pedestal and admire you and say, look, she's with me. I'm the lucky one to be with this individual. This person is like, oh, well, yeah, I had her. I did her. You know, like, they are not proud of being with you. Like, they're proud of saying they used you and took from you, but they would never, like, say, you know, this is my future wife, this is my future partner, this is, you know, you got to respect them. Like, they go and share it with their buddies, their butt buddies, right? Or not, whatever they do, they go give it to their mama. I don't know. They don't give it back to you. They're not reciprocal. Page of Swords. Yeah, you're able to communicate. Or there's a woman spying on my Divine Feminine, maybe, or on this connection, or 10 of Pentacles. This is somebody who does what the patriarchal society wants. They're loyal to the man. They're always loyal to the man. This is, okay, so the Capricorn energy, I've come to see some certain patterns. The Capricorn energy, it could be a woman who only wants to do what men say, what men do. Or it could be, you know, a man in their feminine energy that only wants to listen to the men, not to the women. They don't find, I don't know. Somebody toxic, man. Somebody toxic as AF. Somebody super stubborn. 7 of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. They're paying a high price for putting you on the option block. They wore a mask. They could be doing so many drugs that they become the reptilian mind. Okay, they don't have emotions anymore. Look, I put that right on her. We don't want to cover her up. Yeah, this is somebody who doesn't want you to be enlightened, who doesn't want you to get attention. 7 of Pentacles, but yet they're waiting to come in and, like, snap your energy from your womb. I don't know. I don't like this energy, Spirit. This is really not going the right way. Somebody very selfish. Very wounded. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. They want to know what your future is going to be like, but they can't cast, they can't see, they can't understand how you have the Wheel of Fortune after everything that they have done to you. Like, you should be down and out. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Because you work. You might have a son that you have raised to work, to be a hard worker. Because they've seen you work so hard. This is about working. Your work is getting you somewhere. Yeah, to success. Six of Pentacles. No, Six of Wands. Sorry, that is victory. Yeah, my loves, keep doing what you're doing, but you're not to be like joining your energy right now with anyone, because somebody's very toxic, okay? They still haven't changed. Basically, the title of this is they still haven't changed. They're still doing dirty, nasty deeds, and you don't need to be around them. But I probably won't be able to fit everything. But yeah, they still haven't changed. They want to come in and take from you, okay? They're probably depleted. They've listened to the wrong people. And the Five of Cups, they have a lot of regret. And they want to come back with their tail between their legs toward your beautiful energy here. You're wearing the crown. They want to take your crown and put it on their head. I'm getting really upset with this energy because they don't have anything positive to give you. Like, they lost their fortune that they try to make off you. That's what it feels like. Balance. You're balanced. They're not balanced. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Oh my God. Well, if they go both ways, you better judge them, because I don't think anybody wants the hive. And these people, growth. Okay, you're growing. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. When this situation, it made you expand. It made you grow. It made you see things. And they envy that. They envy that you grew, and they're stuck. Ew. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Yeah, they envy that you are able to grow because they went against your back and try to backstab you, and they're envious that what they tried to lower your vibration didn't work, and they're stuck somewhere watching you grow. It failed. Exactly. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Their envy failed. Their envy got them nowhere. And they still don't understand that it's their envy. But we're here to tell them. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. This person doesn't want to let go of their baby bottle, okay? That baby bottle may have some coke in it. It may have some weed in it. It may have some alcohol in it. It may have some fentanyl, meth. It may take them right to Pornhub. Like, they don't want to let go of what they use to do the shitty stuff that they do. They need to balance. They need to balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. This person's very judgmental. Like, they put people down. They poo-poo people, and they're like, oh, look at them. They live in a shack, and they're in the ghetto. Or, look what they're wearing. Look at the car. They don't have a Tesla. This is a very materialistic person, y'all. They want. I'm going to the gala. I'm going to France. I'm going to Europe. They like to escape their faults. They don't like to take responsibility. The lawyers are dealing with it. They can't accept. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. They couldn't change you, honey. They can't accept it. That they were envious. They tried to do stuff towards you, and they couldn't change your destiny. Okay? They wanted you to have a lot of fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. They can't love. They don't even know what love is. I don't think they know. When you came across and you were loving, kind, and giving, they didn't even know that was love. They had fears. They had to go back. They had to go back under their mommy's skirt. Oh, mom, what the heck is that? Oh my God, please help me out. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way. They don't even know how to deal with adversity. They taught you how to deal with adversity, and that was where you got your growth. That was where you were able to grow, because you didn't do revenge. You just said, you went inward, you got enlightened, and you put your crown on. Imagination is also about Pisces, okay? Often people forget that the North Node for Einstein was Pisces. He had to teach everyone the theory of relativity and all these things. Now, he was a weirdo by wearing the same white shirt every day, or different ironed ones, and he had no style, and his hair looked like he was a magician, you know, crazy. But he had a heck of imagination, right? Because that takes you to the other side. The realms of imagination don't have limits. That's what they forget about Neptune and Pisces. They're unconditional love. Unconditional means there is no conditions to the love. We're going to leave you there. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. These people don't have the free mind. They have to follow something else. Their mind is on railroad tracks to nowhere, to hell, yeah, on the highway to hell. They have a lot of toxicity, okay? They're radioactive. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw microwaves in there, and they just pop their burrito in there. They just pop it in there all the time. They're just getting more radioactive. You know, they don't want to cook. This is the type of mentality that's materialistic, that's drive-through ATM mentality, where they get things fast, quick, okay? Just want to get my things now. You know, they don't want to earn them. They don't want to wait for them. They don't want things to just grow organically. And then they, like, later on, oh, I got diagnosed with cancer. You know, like, oh, gee, I wonder why. You're drinking beer all day. You're sexing up. You know, you're going and getting all these things instead of going the natural route. We are so far removed from nature, it's insane. Okay, here in the U.S. where I am, we are. Okay, but all of that can be fixed. All of that can be changed. You are the High Priestess. You are the Empress here today that you can nurture. You have a lot of vitality. You have a lot of life left in you yet. They want you to just be in this realm of imagining your dreams, focusing on what you want to do, planning, thinking, envisioning, and you will get the downloads here if you tap in. So that's what I got. This is like, I feel bad because I feel like somebody wants to hurt my collective. Somebody wants to deplete from my collective, okay? My collective has grown themselves into this beautiful tree, let's say, and somebody wants to just cut down the tree and leave you a stump. And that's why it's really like hard for me to deliver this message, because you have taken so much time, thought into how you have created your beautiful garden. And people admire your garden. People say, look at your flowers, they're blooming. Look at your plants, your succulents, they're doing so well. Instead, they want to come and poison it. So be very, very careful with who you let around you at this time. Your best friend is isolation, okay? And maybe it's lonely, but like they say, it's lonely at the top. Maybe you want to walk to the top of the mountain, okay? Maybe you need to ground yourself in nature. But don't let your lower vibration let people who are going to hurt you and harm you, hinder you, lie to you, envy you into your space. That's all I got to say. I'm going to wrap that up. Have a great, blessed day. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and they will take care of you. God bless.